Hello and welcome to The Print. This is Prabhakar Tamilarasu from The Print Chennai Bureau. Today we have Sivamai Constituency Congress MP Mr. Karti Chidambaram. Welcome to the show, Karti. So for the last 1 week, the talk of the state, basically politics of the state, is 41 lives that lost in a Karur stampede where Vijay was campaigning on Saturday, on one of the Saturdays. So how do you look at the response of Vijay after this tragedy?
See, it's not just politics, it's a tragedy that in this day and age, that 41 people will be crushed to death, out of which 11 were children. So it's not mere politics, it's a human tragedy which has occurred in Tamil Nadu. And there must be accountability for this tragedy. Unfortunately, these kind of stampedes have happened before, and they might even occur in the future because we don't seem to be learning anything from the past. Stampede happened in Mahamaham, and then there has been a stampede in the Kumbh Mela, there has been a stampede in the Delhi railway station, there was a stampede even in Bangalore on a celebration of the IPL victory by the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So in India, we don't seem to be learning from one tragedy. So, this is a continuing tragedy, and I'm afraid that this will recur sometime later in some other place or in India. Be it in any large gathering, we seem to be prone for these kind of tragedies. So this tragedy, you have to fix accountability. Fixing accountability requires an inquiry. An inquiry has been ordered on two fronts. The government has ordered one inquiry by retired Justice Aruna Jagadisan, and the court has nominated a police officer, a serving police officer, I think IG Asra Garg, to inquire into it. So until this inquiry comes, we can't appropriate blame. As far as the conduct of a particular person you're asking me is concerned, the particular person today is the leader of a fledgling political party. A conventional political party will not behave like this. That is my take. The reason is that this political party, in my opinion, has not yet become a political party. It is still a fan club. It behaves like a fan club. The members who come out to watch the leader of this fledgling political party behave like fans. They don't behave like members of a political party. They are not there to hear any kind of great idea being propounded. They are there to see a star. He's a big movie star, I accept. So there is obviously great name recognition. There are obviously fan following, which can possibly translate into significant vote share also. I'm not denying it. But the organization doesn't behave like a political party. The organization continues to behave like a fan club. There are no command and control structures within that organization. And because there are no command and control structures, there is nobody who is able to exercise the writ over the person coming there, asking them to behave or asking them to follow certain discipline. So one of the reasons of this tragedy, while there can be blame definitely on the district administration, there could be blame on the police, there is also blame on this organization because this organization doesn't seem to be disciplined. There seem to be frenzied fans who are breaking all protocol of large gatherings by getting up on sunshades, by gathering in large numbers in very narrow spaces, moving along with the vehicle, getting up even on transformer poles. So, and the leader of the did not, in my opinion, did not behave like a conventional political leader. A conventional political leader would have stayed his ground, would have gone out to meet the people who have been affected, and would most definitely would have given an explanation to the press. You see, I have not seen anybody in politics today completely shy away from the press and aspire to be a leader of the people. I mean, I know that the Prime Minister doesn't meet the press, but the Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of India. He has got many forums and platforms for him to speak formally, and the media is obligated to carry that. But for somebody who is a fledgling politician, who is a fledgling leader of a startup political party, to avoid the press, I have never seen anybody do this anywhere in the world. That is baffling to me.
So, whom do you think is responsible? You were mentioning about district administration, basically government you were mentioning. But don't you think that the larger responsibility lies on Vijay himself?
No. Responsibility lies all around. But that responsibility can be only appropriated and blame can be appropriated only after an inquiry. I can't do it. What first-hand information do I have? I know many people have some conspiracy theories. They are talking about conspiracy. But what information do they have to talk about a conspiracy theory? How can you say that the district administration failed or this district functionary of the political party failed without a inquiry? And my information is only from the press. So I'm in no position to pass judgment. And obviously something went wrong very, very badly. Otherwise, why would 41 people die? I mean, there was some serious lapse on all accounts for 41 people to die, very tragically, and more than 100 people to be injured. So that can only be brought about after an inquiry.
How do you look at the DMK's response, basically DMK government and as a political party's response to this tragedy?
See, as far as the chief minister is concerned, he went there immediately. Some people say, why did he go there immediately? Because he did not go somewhere else. While you can fault him for not going somewhere else, you can't fault him for going here.
True.
Secondly, he ordered an inquiry with a retired judge immediately. He visited the victims. He also announced compensation. So what more can you expect from a chief minister to a crisis which happened immediately? And he's now also said that they will fully cooperate with the court-appointed inquiry as well through the police officer. And they said they will draw up SOPs. Whether these SOPs will be followed in future events or not, I can't give any guarantee. But as far as the chief minister is concerned, his response has been swift. What else do you expect from the chief minister? As far as the DMK is concerned, obviously they are a political party. They will give their own narrative. I mean, when people are giving a counter narrative, they will react, and they are an established political party. How do you expect them to be silent? They will give their narrative. Whether their narrative is the correct narrative or whether the other narrative is the correct narrative, people will decide only when they get more information and when there is more light shed into this whole tragic incident.
So in this whole incident, so basically DMK government, the police administration, they have all been filing cases again, like multiple cases have been filed. So one on charges of spreading rumors, for spreading maligning judges, and even on the same incident, they have filed cases against the second-rank leaders. So even police haven't filed a case against the leader of the political party, basically Vijay. So in one of your press meet, you said arbitrary arrests are not necessary. That is fine, but not even registering case against the leader of the political party. How do you look at it?
That will set up a that is a call which the government takes or the police takes, who they should file with. See, if you start filing cases against the leader of the political party, so what happens if there is any incident concerning the BJP anywhere? Would you file a case against Mr. JP Nadda? If there is an incident with the Congress party, would you immediately file a case against Mr. Karur?
But if JP Nadda is present in the
being present is different from being the leader of the party. And did the person being present, did he precipitate the crisis? That only an inquiry can say. So these are not, you don't need to take decisions immediately. You don't need to do arrests immediately.
No, I'm not taking the decisions. So as per the DGP's code, what he says is, we gave permission between 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. And Vijay's political party announced that they will be here by 12 p.m. on the same day. They delayed the timing. They came 6 or 7 hours late from the time that was prescribed. So from what DGP statement, I'm not saying the head of the police. From according to his statement, it means like Vijay was late to the incident, and he's also
that is really up to the police to explain why they have not filed a case against certain specific individuals. But it does not prohibit the police from adding names on later. Maybe the inquiry will shed more light and they will add more names. But so they don't need to do, everything need not be done at that very instance. All names of potential accused need not be named in the first instance itself.
Right, all right. But now, do you think that DMK government is cautiously treating this because they don't want to antagonize the first Gen Z voters and the first time voters?
No, I don't know whether it's a political calculus or whether it is already the atmosphere is surcharged with charges and counter charges and with malicious things being spread in the internet. Maybe the government is taking a conscious decision not to precipitate the matter and to wait for the inquiry before moving ahead. So you can't fault the government for being slow, steady and cautious. If you do it instantly, the counter argument would have been, how can you do it instantly? Wouldn't you wait for the inquiry's report to come? So there's a counter argument. This is a management call the government is taking. So we must give them the benefit of doubt for that.
So now shifting purely to politics. So soon after the incident, there were reports that Rahul Gandhi spoke to Vijay and expressed his grief about this incident. And on the same day, the next few days, Amit Shah also tried to reach Vijay, but that couldn't happen. Now we see reports that even BJP people happened to speak to Vijay. And around this incident, there were speculations that Congress could be realigning its strategy or restructuring its strategy towards 2020 assembly election. So how do you look at it? How do you make
Mr. Rahul Gandhi speaking to Vijay would have been on a humanistic basis. And the information I have is he spoke to Vijay after speaking to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and after informing the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu that he's going to making the call. So it was not something which would have caught the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu by surprise, because he would have spoken to the Chief Minister. My information is he spoke to the Chief Minister, informed the Chief Minister that he's going to make a call, and he made a call, which is out of, at the end of the day, it is an event. This tragedy happened at an event by that political party. So he offered condolences when he called the president of that fledgling party. But and people to reach out to a political party which is in a fast moving scenario is normal. Whether what decisions which will take, where, who will align with who, now we can't say. There are too many moving parts in Tamil Nadu politics.
So why this
but the India alliance is set.
Intact.
There is nothing to counter the view that the India alliance wants to disengage itself in Tamil Nadu. The DMK is an integral part of the India alliance, and the information I have is that the Congress party would not like to disturb the India alliance in any significant way, for which the DMK is a part of. I know that there has been many speculation, and I know there are many voices within my own political party. I am not coy to admitting that. See, you have to understand, we have been out of power since 1967. We have never been, there have not been no Congress minister since 1967, let alone a chief minister. So, there is obviously anxiousness within the party. They will look at all possible options to see whether that will give them a better light. And that is only natural. Every political party looks out for its own interest. So I completely acknowledge that there are differing voices who are looking at different options. But one must also keep in mind that the India alliance is also very critical for the Congress party, and the members of parliament of the DMK form a very crucial part of the India alliance. Even that must be taken into account before anything can be decided. But there are definitely multiple views within the party as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. I am not, but eventually the decision will be taken by in a holistic manner, and I'm sure that all of us will fall in line with that decision which is being taken.
So why this question raises is that, like, even in the India alliance or the state DMK alliance partners, let it be VCK, CPI, CPM, or even MDMK, all are critical of Vijay, and they are even demand to arrest Vijay. But when it comes to Congress, they seem to be taking a lenient stand towards Vijay. So
I'm just taking a right approach. Why should you arrest immediately? See, an arrest, you see, in India, everybody thinks the minute a case is filed against somebody, that person must be arrested. I believe arrest must be the last recourse. The arrest must only happen if you believe that that person will go and destroy any evidence, or will intimidate any kind of witness, or will indulge in a similar act in the future. If those three tests are not fulfilled, there is no need to arrest. You can investigate, prosecute without arrest, and get on with it. So arrest is not half the time arrest, or most of the time arrest in this country is for optics. Why do you need to do that? I don't believe in doing that at all. So there is no reason. Do you believe that this incident is going to happen again? No, unless you're not going to give permission for that. Do you believe that this person will destroy evidence if there is any credible information to do that? Yes. Or do you believe that this person will intimidate any witness? You can do it. If none of those three are there, why arrest? You can go ahead with the investigation without all that. So the Congress is only being fair and correct when it's saying that we have to wait for the investigation. There could be wrong on both sides, and nobody is absolving the political party. I am saying it openly here that the political party has a big onus. They are the organizers of the event, and they must take responsibility. But at the same time, we must also see whether there are any administrative lapses on part of the district administration.
So, as you also acknowledge that there are differences within the party, looking up.
Not differences. The aspirations of the party are there since '67. So people will obviously explore options which might fulfill their aspirations. You can't fault them for that. How can you fault the Congress party to say that here you will contest very minimal number of seats, you will not participate in government? This is an option. Don't think of anything else. How is that possible? Look at what's happening in Andhra Pradesh. There is a government there by Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. He has won absolute majority. Still, he is accommodating his alliance partners in the government. Here there has been a situation in which they did not have a majority at one point of time. Congress was not accommodated in the government. Here they have majority. They have not accommodated us. Obviously, as a political party, the cadre of a political party expecting their members to become ministers is natural. So it's only a natural debate and a natural aspiration which the party is having.
So in 2026, will Congress demand for power sharing?
See, all that is a little premature, but the point is there is a clear model in Andhra Pradesh where even if you get a majority, the alliance partners are accommodated in the cabinet. For example, Jan Sena and BJP have been accommodated in the cabinet, even though Mr. Chandrababu Naidu has got an absolute majority. So that could be a model we could follow here. There is no absolute set standard saying that you will never have a coalition government here or
like there are models to
models there. Even the BJP, now they are forced to take people in the cabinet because they don't have an absolute majority. But in 2019, when they had an absolute majority, they still accommodated the alliance partners in the cabinet. So, having an absolute majority does not mean that you cannot accommodate your pre-election alliance partners in the cabinet.
True, there is always a model and there is always a possibility to add compromises. But the question is, will Congress demand for it?
Naturally, for a party to say we don't want to be part of government, then we should not be in elections at all. For a political party, the primary purpose is to get representatives elected and to participate in government. If your goal is not to participate in government, we should not be a political party. Congress party has ambitions of participating in government, and hopefully one day in the future heading the government. If we don't have that ambition, why should we even be a political party? Why should we be an independent political party? It's a natural aspiration a party has, and I have that aspiration. The party also has that aspiration.
So in the you have been mentioning that since 1667 Congress has not been able to in the cabinet. So now we have like since 1916 we have a lot of other parties that are added to the political in the state. So where do you see Congress in this whole crowd?
See, it is tough. As more and more political parties come, the space for the Congress gets squeezed. But when it comes to a national election, there is demand for the Congress party because we bring the secular sheen to the alliance. And regional parties need to align with some sort of a national force in order to make their front viable. So in India, there are only two national parties, BJP and the Congress. So they have to align one way or the other. And people also decide not to vote for a party which is not aligned to any national party. So we add great value in a national election. But in the state elections, because of the crowded field, yes, our space is getting squeezed out. We have to make our mark as an individual mark, identity. We have to speak up about local issues. My quibble with the Congress party, we are not talking about local issues. Our politics is all about national issues or anti-BJP. We are not talking about local issues which are affecting the people every day. And just because we are in alliance with a political party with which we had an alliance and that party is in government does not mean we can't speak about local issues. I continue to speak about local issues. I wish more in my party would speak about local issues. Not speaking about local issues is one of the weaknesses of the Congress party in Tamil Nadu.
So, if I'm not wrong, last assembly election we contested about 25 seats. So, now more number of alliance parties have joined. Example, M&M's Kamal has joined the alliance and more parties are likely to join is what DMK is hinting. So, do you think that if not asking for more seats, Congress will be able to retain the 25 number of seats?
See, seat sharing is always a matter of negotiations. There are only 234 seats. No matter what anybody's aspiration, we cannot create the 235th seat. We have to be within the 234. And we have to only through negotiations, give and take policy, come to some sort of a happy equilibrium. And I'm sure we'll come to a happy equilibrium. In whichever alliance formation is there, we will have to come to that. So who is in that alliance, who is not in the alliance, all too early to say. We'll have to sit down, discuss and then come to an happy. Every time before an election, the press always asks whether you will be unhappy. But eventually we come to some sort of happy conclusion, we contest the elections and we win. So we will also do that this time.
So coming back to Vijay, in the first question you said like you also believe that they will be getting some percentage.
I completely accept that he has got support. I will not diminish the support he is having because it is very clear with the enthusiasm in which people come out to see him, there is support. If anybody who says that he does not have support is not reading the ground right. There is support. Whether that support can convert into significant vote share, which can convert into seats, which will be meaningful, I can't say today. But to say that he has no support is wrong. There is support. There is support particularly from first-time voters. There is support from younger people. Because for younger people and first-time voters, not only here, all over the world, they don't like traditional political parties. They don't like the status quo. So anybody, and in Tamil Nadu, every time somebody has challenged the status quo, coherently or incoherently, that's a different issue. There has always been a market for them. So there is support for Vijay. But whether that support will convert into votes, whether that votes will convert into seats, I cannot say today, because there are too many fast-moving events which are happening right now. People made up their mind one way. Now they are revising their opinion after seeing these events. Some people opinion will be reinforced. Some people's opinion will change. Lots of things are happening now. Tamil Nadu is in a flux. There are too many moving parts for me to make a definitive prediction. But I will concede that TVK and Vijay have support. But and they have energy. Whether that support and energy can convert into seats, I cannot say today.
So I was there soon after this incident. I was there in Karur, and I was talking to people, even to the victims, look like kin of those who lost their lives. So visibly, I couldn't see any anger towards, or even like people speaking against Vijay, like even those who have lost their family members. So how do you look at this phenomenon?
See, primarily the people who came there were his fans. And fans can't see anything wrong with their heroes. If the heroes tomorrow say that all the crows in this state are white, the fans will accept it, because it is blind fan following. But there is also world outside the fandom. And there is also newer information, current behavior, expectations. All that is all evolving. That also will make other people make up their mind one way or change their mind. A lot of things will happen. So I don't think anything is set as set in Tamil Nadu is that there is a lot of churn which is happening now in people's minds as well.
So do you think that this incident has damaged his reputation or image?
I don't know. It might have reinforced certain people's opinions. It might have made certain people to revise their opinion. As I said, the event, who is to blame, can only, in my opinion, can only be made up after the inquiry. But people are making up their mind one way, sometimes even before the full information is. People are judging by their conduct. People are judging by their continuing conduct on what's happening. And newer information coming every day is also will have an impact on people's opinion. So it's a fast changing opinion. So there is people, whether it is hurting or whether it is going to help them, I can't say. But whatever it is, 41 people died. That is a tragedy. I mean, in fact, the fact that we are today somehow forgetting those 41 people who died and asking who's gaining and who's losing out itself shows the cynical nature of our society.
So, a sharp question, like, does Karti Chidambaram looks a possible alliance with Vijay?
See, at the moment, I'm not willing to speak publicly about what about the counsel I give to my political party.
Or like, do you have aspirations?
My aspiration is that the Congress must have participation in state government. It has been far too long for us to be in the sidelines. Our party cadre want their members of the Legislative Assembly to be ministers. That is very, very clear, and I echo that sentiment very, very strongly.
So, if that is offered by a party, let it not be TVK or any political party for that matter.
No, but that must also be a winning alliance. No? So, what is the point of you offering something which will never happen? I mean, I would rather be in a winning alliance which offers me than an alliance which offers me the moon, which is never going to go past the finish line. So, please understand. First is you have to win. Only then you can participate. So you cannot say participation is the reason I will go there and you don't win. So first priority is to win.
So like you said, like he'll be winning a certain percentage. Like in your opinion,
I don't wish to speculate on that. I have certain views about it, but I completely concede that there is a vote share which is not meager. It is a noticeable vote share is there. But whether that vote share is enough, I don't know. And whether that vote share will continue with the unfolding events, I don't know. See, one is to have support. Second is to convert the support into vote. For that, you need organization. See, a lot of people are very popular. A lot of people may like them, but they cannot convert that into a meaningful vote in an election, because election is not just about popularity. It is also about campaign, about management, about ground level, booth level, management, and so many things are there. There we don't know whether they are capable of it or not capable of it. But at the moment, the way their events are being organized, it looks like they don't have any command and control structure. So whether they can actually operate in a disciplined manner for an election, I don't know. But there is definitely support is there, I know. But whether that support can convert into votes, I don't know.
So when DMDK's Vijay Gandhi sir stepped into politics and in his first election, so when there was only two parties, ADMK and DMK, or their alliances. There wasn't three-cornered fight or four-cornered fight like we face today. So by the time he secured 8% of votes, do you think Vijay will score beyond?
I am not willing to speculate on all that. I have certain views about it. I have analyzed it, but I am not willing to publicly state it.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you so much
Thank
for sharing your views.
Thank you very much.
For more such videos and interviews, stay tuned to the print. Thank you.